For Health, Sibongile Smelane says as a ministry they will strengthen their HIV prevention programs in an effort to reach those in remote areas. The minister was speaking in Hope House in Manzini when officially launching the 2017 World AIDS Day campaigns. The 1st of December this year, the Kingdom of Swaziland will join the rest of the globe in commemoration of the World AIDS Day. The setting will be the Shiselweni region. Prior to December, the Kingdom will be hosting World AIDS Day campaigns in all the 4 regions of the Kingdom. Those campaigns have been launched. The Hope House in Manzini was the setting. Speaking at Hope House, UNAIDS representative in the Kingdom, Tim Rapweb, said such campaigns give everybody the opportunity to reflect on the work that has been done and how to strengthen efforts to AIDS by 2022.
As partners, we are extremely pleased with the Kingdom of Swaziland because every year we recognize World AIDS Day and prepare for it. And this is one of the days that we are actually launching the World AIDS Day campaign.
When launching the campaigns, the Minister for Health, Sibongile Smelane, said it is time that people are taught about the importance of health insurance. The minister said they will reach all people of all ages.
To end AIDS together successful, we have to fight the disease and its symptoms. We have to fight the stigma. We have to fight the discrimination. We have to fight poverty. We have to fight inequality. And we have to invest in human rights and human resource. We have to make sure that we explore to all economic opportunities that are there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the challenge we are facing, and that's why funding for HIV and AIDS program and services is so critical. We have to be smart. We have to invest in basic HIV prevention while also appreciating and understanding the scientific evidence that demonstrated that treatment is prevention. We have to ensure that all people, especially young people, understand how to protect themselves from acquiring HIV. We have to provide comprehensive sexual health and reproductive services to the young people.
The end of this epidemic relies on 2 things, according to Tim Rapwepa: faith and hope. Hope House, therefore, couldn't have been a better place to launch the campaigns. For Swazitv News, I'm Linton Gule with Smuva Shongwe in Manzini. The Minister for Commerce, Industry and Trade, Jabulani Mabuza, says the country needs to adhere to ISO standards in its quest to be a first world country by 2022. The World Standards Day was celebrated worldwide on the 14th of October. The Kingdom of Swaziland joined the rest of the ISO members countries in recognizing this day. The celebrations were staged at the Convention Center. This year's theme is Standards Make Cities Matter. Vuzlamini from the Mbabane City Council explains how standards make cities matter.
Embabane ngicabanga ukuthi kube kuningi lapha sisitakele khona since introduce ISO 9001 nga-2013. We have done a lot of things, but all the strategies that are based on the IDP, Integrated Management Plan, where we have introduced a number of projects in the city. The first one was the robot. We have robots that are counting and are telling you when can you wait until the robot opens and other things. There are 3 types of robots. They have implemented in the Kwamile Street, Msakato Street, and Dr. Seshai Streets.
The Minister for Commerce, Industry and Trade, Jabulani Mabuza, says this year's theme makes one think about how standards allow things to work safely and smoothly together at every level and over municipalities and towns, from managing traffic congestion to communication technologies and waste management.
A standard according to the ISO definition is a document established by consensus and approved by a recognized body that provides for common and repeated use, rules, guidelines, or characteristics for activities or their result aimed at achieving the optimum degree of order in a given context. That is ISO IEC Guide 2.2004. Cities come with a lot of expectations from the public. For example, sufficient and clean drinking water, adequate electricity, access to buildings for the disabled, less congestion in our roads, a sense of safety and security. All these are kinds of expectations modern cities must satisfy if they are to remain competitive and provide quality services to its people.
There are 243 national standards that have been formulated. This year, 33 standards are under public review, while 7 have been gazetted already. For Swazitv News, I'm Linton Kole with Smuva Shongwe, Esulini. On this year's International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction, the challenge is to move from managing disasters themselves into managing disaster risk. This is the message of the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, which was read by the country's UN Regional Coordinator Israel Desalegn during the commemoration of the International Day for Disaster Reduction in Matsapa.
Israel Desalegn, the UN country resident coordinator, speaking during the commemoration of the International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction, congratulated His Majesty's government and partners for the successful implementation of NEMAP since its launch in 2016. Desalegn says recently the UN fielded a mission to Swaziland for a rapid assessment of their support to the drought, and the conclusion of the mission was that the UN support was successful because of the existence of NEMAP, in which the need and priorities of the country were articulated very well. Desalegn read the message of the UN Secretary General on International Day for Disaster Reduction.
If vulnerable countries are in a constant struggle to rebuild and recover after catastrophic events, we will never achieve the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. On this year's International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction, the challenge is to move from managing disasters themselves to managing disaster risk. Poverty, rapid urbanization, weak governance, the decline of economic systems, and climate change are driving disaster risk around the world. The Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction, with its 7 targets for the prevention of disasters and reducing disaster losses, is essential to achieving the SDGs, or the Sustainable Development Goals.
The Chief Executive Officer of the National Disaster Management Agency, Russell Dlamini, explained the importance of raising awareness on disaster risk reduction and being prepared for disasters at all times.
The global theme for this year is Safe Home, reducing exposure, reducing displacements. Indeed, there is an increase in the number of disasters and their severity across the world, and Swaziland needs to be prepared for such eventualities when they occur locally. We are commemorating the International Day for DRR in Matsapa because Matsapa is the most exposed town to many of the common hazards in the country.
Machahonke Dlamini, who was representing Manzini Regional Administrator, thanked His Majesty's government for reminding the nation that disasters are there and the importance of reducing their risk and being prepared at all times. Reporting for Swazitv News, I am Celiwe Dlamini with Spusiso Ngubane in Matsapa.
The National Commissioner of Police, Isaac Makakula, has praised His Majesty King Mswati III for having graced the Police Day, which was held at the Matsapa Police Academy. Makakula was speaking at the police headquarters in Babane.
The National Commissioner of Police, Isaac Makakula, says all the officers who have been promoted by His Majesty King Mswati III should show their appreciation to His Majesty by being diligent and hardworking. He says they are also grateful to His Majesty King Mswati III for upgrading the police college to a higher academy.
We extend our profuse gratitude, Sekuta Lwandle, to His Majesty the King for gracing and blessing us with his presence on the day alongside other categories of royalty. The presence of His Majesty was an inspiration to all members of the police, and we were particularly grateful for the words of wisdom and encouragement His Majesty gave, and the other landmark pronunciations and declarations he made, which include the upgrading and commissioning of the then Matsapa Police College to now Matsapa Police Academy, which he christened accordingly. And henceforth, our college, our institution training will be referred to and known as Matsapa Police Academy.
Pastor Johannes Mazibuko of the Alliance Church in Babane says the promoted police officers should show change in their work and being appreciative.
Ngifuna kusho-ke ukuthi kwaze kwathiwa you are appointed, kusho ukuthi somebody has put trust in you, and loyo muntu lobeke i-trust kuwe wena ke sowutikhanza sowusenzimeni nasemshikashikeni of proving that you are worthy of trust. Uma ungakaphili wenda tinto ngendlela letawuprova ukuthi you are worthy of trust, so betray the appointing finger, so betray the recommending mouth kuleyo institution.
Humphrey Lamini, Fabrice Monsonera, Swazitv News, Babane.
We shall now look at tonight's sports news. Babane Highlanders have parted ways with their Malawian-born coach, Alo Patara. In a statement sent by the chairman of the board of directors, Zweli Jele, he says the directors would like to thank Mr. Patara for his services at the club and wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors. Following the team's unimpressive performance, the board of directors is engaged in getting a new coach. However, they would like to make a special appeal to Mbabane Highlanders FC supporters to exercise restraint from violence and unruly behavior, which might lead to catastrophic consequences. Jele says players and officials are no longer capable of playing freely and carrying their duties freely because of fear due to the unpalatable statements that come from a section of their supporters. They strongly condemn any form of unruly behavior. Otherwise, they are working around the clock with the management committee and players in ensuring that they deliver the expected results. They ask for tolerance and maximum cooperation from all the Mbabane Highlanders supporters. The Swaziland Sports and Recreation Council, through the media officer Tumsana Ndiwane, has hailed His Majesty King Mswati III for gracing the recent National Sports Awards.
Following the first National Sports Awards held over the weekend, the National Sports and Recreation Council, through the Public Relations Officer Tumsana Ndiwane, has hailed His Majesty King Mswati III for gracing the occasion and making it a success. His Majesty was represented by Prince Masitsela.
On behalf of Libandla, last was the National Sports and Recreation Council, support lesitfolile, especially kulo mdzala we leave ingwenyama noma ngabe yona yayigcina ingakaphumeleli kepha ithumele umfana wenkosi Masithela lobeka imele lapha kuma National Sports Awards ethu 2017 simangele kakhulu eMaswati indlela la support ngayo ema-awards njengoba watibonela nawe sashoda ngenzawo lapha sangasakhona kuyilula Nkosi yami Convention Center. It was just wonderful.
Ndiwane concluded, assuring the nation that the award winners do stand a chance to compete in the upcoming regional awards to be held next year.
Winners ethu nje nginayo i-confidence ukuthi vele acompete futhi effectively against some of the best le region le tabakhipha nase siya kulo rasa regional annual sports awards ngomcebo wakaHluhlu silwane leso ngoba nje la sikhompitha khona international sibuya nayo medal sonke isikhathi. So ngiyacabanga nje ukuthi loyo unayo chance lenhle kakhulu nabo boThabethe phela boThoni sebaditshengisile na kuma international games badlali abashayinako utakukhumbula nje ukuthi bekungikapteni Thoni Sihlangu nasi achieve their biggest result yet nabathola number 3 ku COSAF. So boThoni nje nabo bomcebo lengibashoko nabo Swazitv phela Swazitv Mathenjwa already uku top 30 emhlabeni wema sprinters, which means la ku region ke vele lithuba linengi kakhulu ukuthi bangajabulisa abasithi ichenye ngabo sive seMaswati.
Over 1,000 people attend the event compared to 300 people that was expected by the council, which shows the success of the event. For Swazitv Sports, Fabrice Msonera, Mbabane.